all you green thumbs in the house.
Hello.
How you doing? Good, good. How are you? Address are you at?
At 711 South Center Street.
711 South Center Street. What's your name?
Ebo Nkrumah.
And you're here with the councilwoman.
Okay. Miss Wood. Okay.
And why are we here?
Well, the mayor encouraged me to submit my pictures for the best garden. And I was like, why not? I love gardening. You know, people stop all the time and tell me how beautiful this garden is. So I said, oh, let me just put it in and see, what will come of it,
That's right.
So I put it in and I won the South Ward and won the whole of Orange.
This is it. Pride in our garden, pride in our community, because we had a green thumb. Councilwoman Wooten, how do we come up with this idea? What are we doing with these gardens?
So this idea was a combination of another gardener, Miss Ann Johnson,
Yes.
and I had a conversation.
How are you?
About gardens in the city of Orange. So she and I had a conversation with her.
Yes.
And we did.
You remember Vivian Gott?
Yes.
Used to do it every
That's right.
year.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
So
That's
she took off with it.
Vivian
She took it
Gaunt,
to another
former
level.
councilwoman.
Yes.
She had done this. We thought we'd revive it, and we did it in grand fashion,
She
starting
took it
out this
another
garden as we go around. Sir, why don't you take us on a tour? Start there,
Absolutely,
bring us around.
Actually, I have a lot of flowers in my backyard as well.
Let's see.
So we can start from here and go right back to the backyard.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I guess, the addition of every good garden is having some good perennials as the base.
Yes, yes.
And as you can see, these petunias are the stars of my garden because they give you the color.
Yes.
Those petunias, I have some geraniums and some impatiens in there. So every year I kind of mix it up a little bit to give it the color. And it flows from having the taller plants at the back. It flows down nicely, and that gives it a nice outlook about it. And, these they come up every year. These black iris and flowers, they come up every year. So it doesn't flower early, but once it flowers, it still flowers through the summer. Exactly. Good. Yeah. So I have some other perennials in here in the back. See, it's like a Canada lily. It comes up every year. Really, exactly. Yeah. So these are basically these locust roses. They give you beautiful color throughout the season. They give you beautiful color throughout the season, and they die every year. It's another type of Canada lily, but I love it.
It is a Canada lily.
Exactly. Yeah, but they don't come up every year. They die every year. So what I do is sometimes I try to save the bulbs and then reuse it the next year. But so. Look at it, the kind of close to me, the colors that it gives you. Exactly. So it's like it's a beautiful flower, and you get colors throughout the summer, and make the garden
good. We're gonna go check his backyard.
I actually enjoy seeing flowers. So I spend a lot of time in my backyard, so you can see exactly. So I have, as I said, the petunias are the stars of my garden. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the petunias are for the plants as well. As you can see,
Get us get the yard.
Yeah, the flowers is all over. It's really something that I really enjoy. Sitting out here,
Full disclosure, there may come a day when the mayor's just sitting here when you get home from work.
Absolutely.
Just excuse
you
it.
are most welcome to come here anytime. And I have some flowers by the pool as well, You can see the thing goes through. These petunias, they're the stars of my garden. They give you beautiful color, and it's just really, really nice. And beautiful. These are the pots that I make. You got these tropical type of hibiscus flowers I have here. unfortunately, if I have to keep it, that means I have to move it inside. So they die every year. But you know what? I don't mind spending the money because it gives me a lot of joy just to look at it. Exactly. You know.
What's the name of it?
That's, I guess, a type of tropical and hibiscus flower, but this is that, the vine one, not the one exactly. Yeah, so it's in the hibiscus family.
Yes, an annual. Exactly. You have to bring it in.
Exactly, you have to eat that. If you don't bring it in, it's gonna die. So the pot is so big, I don't have anywhere to put it. So it dies every year. But I don't mind buying it back again every year because
there's a technique to that.
It is exactly. It is.
Yeah, paper bag, dirt in the basement.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it'll come back every year.
Yeah, exactly. And I just as I go, I love it. The pot's so nice. Also, I love his very big style. So if you look at that is basically takes over the whole pot, and it's very beautiful. Just like looking at it, you see it has a very rich purple color. And, it's very, very beautiful. So wow. Well, so.
Very nice. So tell me, this house, when you bought it, it was not occupied.
It wasn't occupied.
It was falling in disrepair.
Quite a bit.
You came along, saw it, loved it.
I loved it. And
you learned something about the history of the house.
Exactly. Well,
tell us a good fact.
So basically, I bought this house from Dionne Warwick.
Yes.
Okay. This house belongs to Dionne Warwick's mom. Yes. And she was gracious enough to sell it to me because I think we had multiple bids on it. But I wrote her a very beautiful letter telling her that if she sold this house to me, she's going to be passing by and she's going to be proud she sold it to me. And I think she is because I really brought this house back to its glory. And that is, she was very gracious. She came here. She came to visit me a couple of times in the early times when I bought it. These days I haven't seen her in a little while, but she used to stop by to pick up her mail. So I saw her, a beautiful lady in and out, and she was very, nice to me all the time.
And honored her.
Exactly. I really wanted to bring the house back, and it's so many times I'll be, in my yard cutting grass or whatever. People will just be stopping by and telling me how they love passing by, just admiring the flowers. So, and I also felt if I do it, it will encourage other residents to do it. I love Orange. I want the town to be beautiful, and I'm doing my part, to make the town beautiful. So I think, it's infectious, it affects other neighbors, and everybody's trying to plant flowers to make the neighborhood beautiful. So that is the whole deal about it. Yeah.
Well, he wanted to make Dionne Warwick's family proud. Certainly he did that, but it was infectious, and it caught the attention of the entire city of Orange Township. Brother, we thank you for all that you do right here in your little spot.
Thank you. It takes just one person to make a difference, right? One step at a time. You do it, and then it's just spread around. And that's with this competition going on, I can see people stepping up next year. So I got to step up my game too. So it's going to get more competitive, and I like that.
Okay.
One of the neighbors is trying to get the winner to help him so he can become a winner. I don't want to get involved in that.
I'm going to help him. He's my man, we're really good friends, so I'm going to help him, and he's going to become my competition next year.
Oh, good. So it's good to have on the block two advocates, people who want to do things well, going to work with the city.
I don't know about that. I tell you, I tried. I got on my knees and I couldn't get back up. I don't know. I have to hire somebody.
Well,
to do
they
that.
got a little scooter that you can sit on.
Talk to the pros.
Get your neighbor down there with all those crate motors.
Yeah.
You're pretty special.
That's another explanation.
Nice.
Quality of life in the community is what we make it, is how we take care of our property, how we contribute to the community. And certainly these residents who have gardens, who have lawns that they take care of, they want to give back to the community by making it beautiful and by sending a message to their neighbors that everyone keeps their property up, then the whole town stays up. Family-friendly place, and it's beautiful. City of Orange Township Garden Tour 2019. Hold on. We're at the second house now on our garden tour. Young lady, what is your name?
Ann Johnson.
And who are you here with?
Mr. Johnson over there.
Mr. Johnson.
He said he
this is one day where you don't have to work for her. You can come on over and join the fun.
Come.
I know. I understand. How many years you been married?
43.
43. I got half.
43
I have
years.
half of that time.
Half of that.
So
It's
I'm trying to get to 43.
Communication is key.
I understand.
Yes.
Somebody talks, somebody listens.
Yes.
Yes.
And you can imagine.
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you, brother. What address are we at?
This is 260 Haywood Avenue.
260 Haywood Avenue. And the Johnsons have been here for how long?
33 years. Yes.
And the pride and joy of your garden. Let's go take a look.
Yes, yes. I love my garden. This right That's right, like I Susan. This one here, that's
Yeah, the perennials today become like every year. Yeah. And they can get very big. So
yes, yes.
take over.
It takes over, yes. I gotta move that because it's not getting enough sun.
Yeah, I have a couple of reviews that have this flower.
Yes, yes. Now these are called firecrackers because of the strong power on the top. And then that's the Shasta daisy in the back. The
Yeah,
look
it's a
one,
nice burst.
and the roses. These are new additions. I took out all those what do you call those? The daylilies? They have tubers. And we were digging yesterday, and the tubers are huge.
Oh,
And
okay.
they just take over.
Take over.
So
Okay,
I
so you
just
took
took
them
them all
out,
out,
okay.
yes. And we planted. This is echinacea as well. This is echinacea and this is
Yeah, they're all in the family. Exactly, yeah.
Yes, yes.
They're all in the family,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. And
They're
if you
beautiful.
know the process, they
Yeah.
could be. This right here is causing me trouble, Mr. Obu. I was asking my gardener yesterday, and he said because they're lava, and I need to find something to spray it with,
Yeah,
but
maybe-
not to take it out. He said.
Yeah, the
The
pesticide.
pesticide.
A pesticide will work.
Copper in it.
Yeah, the copper
Copper,
pesticide.
okay,
So no, because
alright.
that takes care of fungus as
Yes,
well as,
yes,
the
that's
insects.
what I
So
want.
that kind of
That's
that
what I
helps a
want.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Now these right here are yellow thread. Yeah, it returns. Everything in
wow.
my yard comes back. Yeah, then the hostas, and then you got the sedums, and then this is the triple reverse. Astrid, I think.
Astrid,
But it
okay.
comes-
Yeah, it has a beautiful pink color. Exactly. Yeah. Once it comes up, it's
But it'll
beautiful.
come
Yeah.
back fast if I trim
Yeah,
it. I'll get to
exactly.
that in a minute. My yard, my little group of
Oh, the whole
hostas.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Those are-
they're
Oh,
beautiful.
nice.
Those are cute.
Exactly.
Yes.
I have one. It's really
Yes, I
big.
saw it.
It's got really big.
Yes.
I know. What do you do? I spray it. Yeah,
really?
I spray it and it helps.
It's,
They came. They started eating my some of my flowers and I sprayed it and then it started.
So Johnson, you've been at this a while. Tell me what your yard and your garden does for this community, this Mosswood community.
Well, we have a lot of neighbors in the community that walk their dog up and
Yes.
down the street. We get lots of compliments. Then I have a lot of friends saying I need to start a gardening school. I said, well, the first thing you need is patience.
That's right.
And I look at this working in the yard as meditation, and it just soothes and, therapeutic, communing with God.
Good.
And that's how I look at it.
Good.
Yes.
A real unique way to bond with nature, to extend yourself, beautify the community at the same time. Thank you for
Absolutely.
being
Thank
a
you
light
so
in this
much.
community.
It died one year, and I saved the roots, and I moved it, and it's done well this year. Yes, yeah, great spot. Yep, and then this one. Yes. But look at the blooms on this one this year. I tell you, it's never bloomed like that. That is something else. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the intricacies of the petals. Yes. Is that the Rottweiler? No, yeah, that's the Rottweiler. And this right here is a balloon plant. They get big and burst. This is my husband's favorite, purple balloon. See if you see one bursting in there. Yeah, when it gets big. See? It just bursts. My baby girl, Tania, when they bloom, she used to pop them. And he gets so angry with her. But is that something? And I rode around in the neighborhood, and most of them bloom heartily this year. Yes. Rosa Sharon. Yes, Rosa Sharon. Yes.
We are walking up to the house of Mr. and Mrs. James. Mr. James, how long have you been here?
We've been here 15 years. This past February was 15 years.
15 years, beautiful couple, in a beautiful yard. Let's tell us all about it.
Well, I think all of the winners, I think I'm probably the novice. I don't, know all the things about flowers. I just know basically what I like. And if you can see, I love symmetry. Whatever's on one side, I want to see it on the other side. And so see, we have, I don't even know the names of everything. The magnolia trees, when I first came here, the house was in such a mess. It had been abandoned for a long time. And we had hedges, maybe about 7 feet tall, all the way around. You couldn't even see the house. And kids had thrown eggs all over. In fact, the color was white, supposed to be anyway. But and they had a fence that went all the way, a chain link fence that went all the way up to the porch. And so I love flowers. I lived in an apartment in Newark on 16th floor, but of course I didn't have a yard, but I had a house full of house plants. I must have had about 45 of them at least. Wow. And I would draw each one to keep a record of them. And I would give each a name. They had their own little radio. I would play soft music all day, and spray them. And I just, just really love, flowers. I need low maintenance because of that, conditions. And so I eventually had to take them out. And then I had problems with deer.
Yeah,
We all do. We all do.
Salad bar.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys saw my neighbor to my right's horses. They just tore it up. They came in, they ate everything.
Yes.
Outside, I'm so sorry. Maybe I should have them every year and they never came out.
And they've not been so bad in my yard either this year, except for the sedums. They love the sedums. Yeah, because they put their entire mouth on the halfway because they are first right out the next year.
I was trying to take,
Trim it. And when they put it, it's called deadheading. When they die,
thing that they were different kinds of plants. Some were waxy and that sort of thing, but they would just gather together in a nice order. And I was going all the way around when I had some people working in the yard, apparently
they know what they were doing.
weeds.
They weeded you, huh?
I had spent over $200 and came up with it.
That's the other thing with flower garden. It can be very expensive.
Because of
Oh, yeah, these flowers ain't cheap.
Oh, I know. I can imagine.
No, it's not cheap.
Yes, yes.
It's not cheap at all. Even those are royal palm trees.
Ms. James, you have been living with a gardener extraordinaire. What role do you play in this family with the garden?
It's true?
Yes.
No.
When I saw this garden, I saw Ms. James. Her most benevolent contribution to this garden is that she sits and enjoys it. And that's what the garden is all about. Mr. James has told me that he did this because it's a labor of love, so he can enjoy, his family can enjoy. This is what it's all about, gardening in the city of Orange Township. Garden Tour 2019. Make your garden beautiful. These people did it, and our community is all the better for it.
And I'd just like to add because, I lived in Newark, but I worked at Haywood Avenue School.
Yes.
And a lot of times people would just come through our town and they would see like negative stuff.
Right.
And so I wanted to work hard and all of our neighbors to say to people that, we're not about about negativity. We're not about mediocrity. We want to, give our best and show our best. And so the people, as they're riding through on the highways or whatever, or rather than just riding through, we'll stop through and see what we're all about. That we have good ideas and we love to take care of our properties. And sometimes it's difficult when you're trying to deal with Mother Nature, but we still, do the best that we can. I have hydrangeas. I have a rhododendron. I think it's camellia and stuff over there too. So I'm not finished because I got some more clipping, to do with the little scissors. So it takes me a while. So
that's quite all right.
Yeah,
What you have done in this garden is extraordinary. This house sits at the end of a cul-de-sac street, and so the picture-perfect garden is right here on the James property. We love what they do, and as Mr. James said, we're just trying to be the mark of excellence. They certainly have done that. Come to Orange, take a breath, and enjoy our gardens. This looks well established, so first tell them how long you've been here.
So we've only been here about a year and a half, in January of 2018. And this was actually just, and we opened up the driveway, you can see here by this line, and we built this retaining wall over, and then my mom, who's got an extraordinary green thumb, actually came for a week and helped me kind of till and put everything in. But again, it's just the beginning. Next year, hopefully, we're gonna redo this and do a whole patio, and then in the back, we have like a 10-foot alley. We're gonna do this whole little green shade garden. So this is the start of something big. It's so because it's fresh, it's a perennial garden, and hopefully, it will become more and more full every year as it gets a little more established.
So now, what do you have in here?
We've got a little bit of everything. There's some daylilies in the back that the deer love to eat, and
let's walk and talk to them.
Sure. So daylilies in the back. Then we have some roses, kind of intermixed with peony, but the peony are a little bit out of season. And then I really like daisies, so I've been filling it a lot with Shasta daisies, black-eyed Susans, a bunch of cone flowers. And then in the front, they're a little out of season, yes.
They come back every year. I have one that comes back every year.
But I love pot lilies. That was actually our wedding flower.
Really?
Mine too.
Yeah, really nice. They're just so beautiful and
beautiful,
clean
like,
and crisp.
I have one is so big, but the other plants kind of we try to overshadow it, but in the middle and when the flowers pops, it's like you can see just a little bit.
What do you have in your front? I like the texture.
This is actually Sam's favorite. This portulaca. So they're kind of closed up right now because it's later in the day, but they open and close every day.
Daily.
for
Oh,
light.
beautiful.
So it really, during the middle of the day, it's really full of color because all these kind of pop open. And then these are zinnias down below. This was my mom's pick.
Oh, nice.
They're actually annuals. The zinnia and the portulaca are annuals, so unfortunately they might not come back next year, but we'll probably replant them because they really kind of...
They really pop it out. Yeah, they do.
And lots of cut flowers from the zinnias.
Yes, absolutely.
Now you have a little bed right here. What is that?
So in the middle there is just vinca, which is kind of a perennial ground cover. In the spring it has really pretty little purple flowers. And we can actually walk around the side if you guys want. We're also in the middle of redoing our fence, so excuse that. This whole area we built up, it stops over there by that tree trunk, which we cut down. It was a dead tree. But more Shasta daisies. This I call Dahlia City because these are all dahlias. The first bloom already went, so now we're in for the second bloom. And just a couple of little bluegrass. These are kind of out of season. These are some more different lilies.
And what are those shoots right there?
Those are additional lilies.
Okay. No, I mean the one beyond that, kind of taller one, right before the one with the sticks.
Oh, that's a spring shrub. I forget what it's called.
Ah.
But the ones next to it, those are butterfly bush. They attract butterfly. This is a bleeding heart. That's a spring bush. So a little bit of everything.
Nice.
I actually want to make this a 3-season garden. So in the spring, I'm hoping to plant tulips and hyacinth.
Oh.
I don't really want to do the daffodil because you have to keep the green up for a while. And then in the fall, we'll see how long all the coneflowers and daisies last, but then I'll switch to like mums and some more.
Okay.
So hopefully it'll be, yeah.
It looks like a rose, but it's not.
No, this is a dahlia.
Really?
Yeah, that actually planted. These 3 in the back I bought full
It's a
grown,
totally different kind of.
but these little babies I
Yeah.
planted from bulbs, so they just aren't completely established yet. So dahlias are
It really does look
my
like
second
a rose
favorite
leaf.
flower next to calaris.
And is that the blue? Is that the blue?
This is the
Oh.
blue fescue.
The-
I forget what this is called. Do
I
you guys
can't
know?
remember.
It's so fuzzy. I love it.
Ebot, does anybody know what this is?
Mrs. Johnson, can you name?
It's so soft. It's like like suede.
The one over
I
here,
think it's
Silver
actually
Mound.
called Silver Mound.
Silver Mound, yeah.
Oh.
And it gets big and pretty too.
It feels good.
Yeah.
Real
It's
silky.
It can
I
get
just
to be
saw
like
them
a.
at the garden
Yeah,
center,
you
and I kind of
That's a
fell in love
perfect-
with them, and I
Yeah,
bought a couple.
you gotta
to put
train
in
it
there.
so it won't overtake. Yes, it's like an ivy actually.
Great place for the butterfly bushes. Beautiful.
Isn't
Thank
it?
you. And then eventually, back here we're gonna patio this whole area, so it's something really nice. I got herbs, my little herb garden over there
Oh,
against
nice.
the garage. And then here we just have irises and some different succulents kind of growing in, as well as crawling herbs. There's like a crawling mint and a crawling phlox and stuff like that. So we try.
You did well.
It's such a great setting for plants like this because it will just. scream.
Exactly. Again, this garden was planted in May, so it's very
May
this
of
year.
19.
This year, so it's a very new garden.
Yeah, it did. I mean, I'm down the street in Berkeley,
Yep.
so I see it all the time, and it did just pop up one day. I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
it-
beautiful.
it-
I remember when
my-
you guys bought, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah,
this is here.
my mother came and helped me in May, and then I've just kind of been working on it ever since.
Beautiful. But it looks
So
so natural.
every year it's gonna get
Yeah.
a little bit more established. So.
It's like a natural mountain.
I did. I was struggling. I put soakers in. So my lawn is, I actually just put sprinklers in my lawn, but I didn't put them in over here because I wanted to do the soakers. So the soakers are fairly new because that heat that we had was, that was brutal on the garden. I lost a couple things and
Oh, did you
I
really?
cheated. I replaced a couple because I knew you guys were coming. But yeah, so I have a soaker system in under the mulch right now, and a fresh thing of mulch. I did the soaker last week, and then I threw some more mulch on top of it.
And then you water when? In the morning and in the evening?
It's watering right now,
Oh, okay.
as you can see. But you normally like to water in the morning because if you water in the evening, it can grow fungus. Because as the temperatures drop, you really want to be able to water the soil and let it dry out, and then water it again. So.
I saw there's a wonderful gardening group in South Orange Maplewood that has a Facebook page.
Oh yeah.
And several people started posting that they had been watering in the morning and this heat thing came. And they, instead of having soakers, they had sprays. So anything that got sprayed on those blistering days got burned.
Oh yeah, I heard that that's what happens if you use like a spray on top. It can actually, the sun will burn it.
So bad.
So I know I was panicking. Asked my husband, I was like, I gotta get the soakers in. My plants are dying. My plants are dying. And perennials are a little bit more than annuals. So like there's a lot of effort and money that went into this.
Yeah,
and that heat last week really kind of did a number on it. But
we certainly appreciate it. We were coming by, and it caught our attention. We put the flyer.
We did.
Yeah, we put the flyer.
put the flower with a note from you
Yes,
saying,
yes.
And I was like,
Please
I
send
died
your
and gone to
pics.
heaven. Mayor likes the garden. So I
Yeah, it was
submitted
beautiful.
kind of last minute, and
No, we're glad you did. That's
I'm
why
glad.
we're here today.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad. to be
Sam,
part
can we
of
have
it,
you
so.
for a second?
Yes. Oh, and Lulu's.
And Lulu. And Lulu. So, who are we?
Sam Verdon.
And Teresa Verdon.
And
The
Teresa
Verdons.
The Verdons. Teresa, where are we?
We are at 349 Fairview Ave in Orange, New Jersey.
And you have become a recent Orange resident.
Yes, we moved in January of 2018.
And immediately you put Sam to work in the garden.
He hasn't stopped.
And what was the inspiration?
The inspiration was making this neighborhood even more beautiful than it already is.
That's what it's all about. Sam, you knew what kind of drive your wife had, and you knew the labor you would go into. Tell me how much of a labor of love it was for you.
I just do what she tells me. It's pretty much, she's got a good eye, and I have a strong back, so we're good. Good team.
That's right. A good model, two people together, one with the eye for talent and the green thumb, the other with the strong back. It's a lesson for all of us to learn, certainly if you're a couple. But their collective vision to make this a more beautiful place. They're right here on the corner. They caught my eye. They caught the eye of Councilwoman Adrienne Wooten. And they came on a garden tour, submitted, and you'll see their sign in the front where they're proud owners of this beautiful garden. We thank you for your contribution to this community. Keep it up. And as I understand, you're doing a patio in the back.
Next year.
And you'll be doing some grilling. So come on by. We're right on the corner of Fairview and Berkeley. Take a gander, relax, soak it up. You'll see the good sights, smells, and harmony of this garden. Garden Tour, City of Orange Township, 2019.
And this is all suckers off of.
Oh my goodness.
Redid, this was all overgrown azalea, rhododendron, and yew bush, and we ripped all this out. This was last year's project.
So it's a Japanese magnolia.
But yeah,
Tell you
but
that.
this popped up. It actually had a couple flowers on it earlier.
Yes.
But it kept popping up, and I kept chopping it back, and finally said, you know what, let me let it grow.
Has it bloomed?
Only a little bit
In the
because
early spring?
No, recently it actually a couple of flowers popped up. So I'm hoping next year, because this is the first year I've let it really grow.
That's beautiful. It is
White?
beautiful.
Yeah.
The magnolia.
This
so
may
now
be
we got
like
a
yours,
green
except that
magnolia
she
and the
doesn't have
purple
as a
one.
tree.
Mr.
I know
James.
exactly, yeah.
Is it a
It
little
is.
white frilly blossom, little like things?
Yeah, because mine is a big tree now, like
We have one magnolia around
And it gives a very gives you a beautiful purple flowers early in the spring, and then during the summer every now and then you get a few flowers on there. And it smells so good at night. Like the first time when I moved in, I was like, what smells that? And you sun the flag out in the whole place smells so beautiful. And I'm like, oh my God, it's a flower. Oh wow. So yeah, it does. The summertime, the flowers that comes in just smells so good. I don't know why the spring flowers doesn't smell, but the summer flowers smell so good. So
I love this neighborhood in the spring when all the
Magnolias
magnolias come
come
up,
out,
and then
yeah.
the magnolias kind of die off, and all the dogwood pop up, and it
yeah.
just like blossoms.
It is. There's some of the
everywhere.
oaks
The
is
azaleas
beautiful out
everywhere.
here.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, Janora.
That's it.
Oh, look at this. Wow,
Oh,
goodness.
you framed it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It came like
Very
that.
cool.
Yeah, it came like this.
Oh, okay.
Very cool. Wow. Yeah, check it out.
Thank you.
How are you?
Bud Light, please.
We got one.
So we are in the yard of Janora Jenkins. Where are we?
We're at 327 Carteret Terrace in Orange, New Jersey.
And this is your backyard.
Yes.
And this is where you have fun, you relax.
Yes, and enjoy my wonderful garden.
How long did it take you to put this garden together?
I'm going to say 6 years.
Okay.
6 years.
So you have a tranquility spot to get some shade. You have an eating spot, a drinking spot.
a sudden you see them working on their flower garden, and I'm like, that's all I want to do.
Now where's yours at?
7-Eleven South Central Street. I corner of Fairview and 7-Eleven.
Right across from
Fairview Hospital.
Right, VA's across the street.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I did
You
right
went
by
Joe
there.
Weeks.
Okay, so right on the corner, right?
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And they have, you know what? But it's a lot of people that have nice
Oh,
gardens.
but tell us about what is the address of the garden?
Lincoln
At the
Avenue.
school.
Oh, Lincoln Avenue School. But you know what? We have Jackson Street, but they don't have a name. But it's right across the street from the Public Works building. It's the entrance of Lincoln Avenue School.
Yes, sir. I am here with Tony Nash. Mr. Nash, where are we?
We're at 407 Berryman Place in the city of Orange.
And your creation here, how long did it take you? What's the inspiration? There's a lot of painstaking detail, looks like it went into it.
Well, to be truthfully honest with you, my sister passed away a year ago, and her favorite color was red. So my wife said, let's get out here and let's start painting red flowers on behalf of your sister. And that's what started this whole process.
The end of a life brought new life to this garden. Let's take us through it. Now, the motorcycle didn't come with the garden, right?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Well, this is pretty much it. I have,
So the inspiration, he just had regular lawn. He had a family member pass, and they came out and said, let's start planting red flowers in our memory. And so this is what blossomed.
I don't know what the tree is.
What's this tree?
this tree here?
Yes.
That I couldn't tell you.
I see it's the city.
The city
Yes.
planted
All up
these
in-
trees.
But it blossoms, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is oh, I like this. I like that touch.
It's
Impatience.
different colors.
You gotta have a lot of patience to grow impatience.
Yeah. They've been gifted to us.
And this red flower
not
here,
easy to
there's-
plant.
right there on your
That's
step,
really lovely.
that is a
It's called, you get the tag.
Yeah, trying to get the tag. That's beautiful.
It feels good, too.
Those are begonias.
Oh, this color is great.
That's what the instructions say.
it is. I like those.
Are those going to be roses?
Yes.
It's Yeah, when'd you put it in? How old is it? Oh, We're in the North Ward with Mr. Nash. Mr. Nash, thank you for being part of the garden tour. This is an example of if you start on your one block, on your one plot of land, it's going to travel around as you walk up and down Mr. Nash's block. You will see that people have taken care of their gardens, they're paying attention, and they're thriving. Sir, thank you for being an inspiration to the community and contributing to the garden tour.
My pleasure.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Garden Tour, City of Orange Township 2019, right here in the North Ward. afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello, everyone.
See, you're basically, as a garden person, you're looking at a 60-year-old overgrown foundation because everything was that big.
And we cut them down.
And we rejuvenated it. And I'm a total.
So we are now in a building that is constructed in East Orange. However, the Pièce de Résistance is in Orange and is this beautiful garden. Mr. Carter, what are we doing here and where are we?
You're now standing in a garden designed in 1956 by a man named William Gotelli, who drew this drawing, which was the original drawing for this garden. But then in 2009, we discovered that the drainage system has failed, and there's 1.5 feet of water on top of our parking garage, because you're looking at the roof of our parking garage, an acre. So after digging it all up, I've been honored to be responsible for restoring it to what you see, since it looked like this in 2009.
Wow, wow.
It's a wonderful.
And who maintains the garden?
A landscaping company and myself and about 4 volunteers.
Well, we're in Orange, in a beautiful historic garden. You have seen gardens at our individual residences. The residents here, how many?
Well, there are 293 units. Some are for sale. And we're always eager to have new people in the community, especially if they like to garden.
We love gardens. We love gardeners. Let's take a look and tour your garden.
Good. So you'll quickly see why I offered to share iris with you. We have lots of iris all over the place. Sadly, they're not blooming now.
Okay.
You have the variegated. I have some of those over here.
Yeah.
Let's head out over this way. So the first big part of the restoration, besides replacing the grass, because that was entirely dug out, and there were 2 of those front-loading machines called bobcats running around down in there as they put in the holes to do the drainage, was restoring this perennial garden. And now we have a very nice sort of English-style perennial. Many of the homes you've seen today have many of these same flowers. Echinacea and black-eyed Susans. There's a nice one you might like called Leopsis, the white one. It also comes in purple, which is very
nice.
And you can see my leaning tower of Rose of Sharon. In the winter, there's sometimes like 50-mile-an-hour winds. So it's blowing it.
Oh, okay.
Like those trees out in California. Yeah, lots of azaleas.
I know. I can imagine how it looks like early spring, like
I hope we do this next year. I hope we participate next year, and I hope you come in May, because this is
because the azaleas, they come in early.
There's pinks and fuchsias and reds. But the real story is that during the construction, we lost probably a third of our azaleas because of the drought. So they developed something called bark scale, 10 or 15 plants, 34 plants. That's a good example.
No, this is a treasure back here. Like,
absolutely.
I'll be hanging out here every day if I live here.
So just so you know, the Lieutenant Governor's been here for reception. They've had public receptions. The Mayor of Orange has graced this garden. and appreciated it. The Mayor of East Orange, of course, has done it. So it's a place that's known and it's earned its right.
It's one of my hopes in the future is that the man who designed it, Gotelli, will wind up naming it for him.
Oh, beautiful.
It's essentially the Gotelli Garden at the University of Tower.
Beautiful.
When we get around here, you see we started to take our fountain natural, which I'm really excited about.
Oh, nice. Now the irrigation system you have set up.
There is a formal irrigation system out in the oval and in the quads. Up here, it's homemade. It's
Okay, yeah, I saw that. Okay. Okay. Oh, you were spraying it? Oh, right. Wow. Yeah. Oh, that red is a nice pop back there.
Some of your daily, that red one down here, the other one over here,
Remember I was telling you the tubers? The tubers don't grow horizontal. They grow vertical. They grow horizontal. And they will take over your garden. We were digging up tubers last night till about, 8 o'clock? Because they have actually taken over there.
Oh, wow.
So one of the nice sort of traditions in the building is people will give money or plans for a parent that's passed away. That entire garden is called a memorial perennial garden. People sort of dedicate the plants. This is a lady teacher. I think she may have been in East Orange, Mrs. Wilson. She passed away. Her son bought that lavender azalea in her memory. It's a little sign on it. Here's our sort of hydrangea area. An Annabelle there, oak leaves back here, lace caps and mop heads over there. Watch your step. Here's a good hand railing if you need the help.
So, we are on your property.
Yes.
You live here. You're technically, I believe, in the city of Orange Township as we speak. It's a beautiful place.
Thank you. I love
What
it.
draws you to it?
I love this building. I love this garden. And I love Orange Park. I absolutely love the park here. I mean, this garden is beautiful, but I spend so much time in the park, and there's baby geese and baby ducks and turtles, and
nature and wildlife.
it's just
all
well
in one
utilized, and people are out enjoying it all the time. And also, we're so lucky to have this garden.
You've heard it right here. One of our residents, the park, this garden, her place of relaxation, garden tour, City of Orange Township 2019. Come on out and enjoy nature. Oh, that's a lot of work. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't know where you were.
Great lesson in hard pruning. If you look at the side of these hollies, you can see where these rhododendrons
So I just took a lot, exactly. Planted some amphibiida, insect.
Oh, yes, thank you.
This is Mayor Dwayne Warren. I am in Orange at a historic garden where we just took a tour, and now we're sitting with the residents of a building that sits in East Orange, but the garden sits in Orange. People, thank you for having us. It was a grand day. We capped it off with cookies and wine and water. So they've been very gracious hosts. Mr. Carter, thank you for all that you do in coordinating this great place and making sure it does well. Let's give him a round of applause. This is how we do it in grand fashion. City of Orange Township 2019 Garden Tour. Go home, prune your garden, make it beautiful, invite us out, live and be well. City of Orange Township Garden Tour 2019.